Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen Alpha 3.0 Burndown special monthly report thing for the start of September 2017. I wanted to go over in some deeper detail where we are at with Alpha 3.0 at the moment, what's left to be completed task-wise, what polish they're doing to it. I'm also going to chuck in some concept ship news at the end of all of that as well, because it's monthly relevant, I suppose. The schedule report. So Gamescom revealed some interesting tech for the future. VoIP and VoIP, so face over IP and voice over IP, all integrated together with a Spectrum system, capital ship battles, but also that there still needed to be work done to Alpha 3.0. There were crashes, ramp and physics grid issues, as well as sync issues. Gamescom gave the opportunity to give 3.0 a wider test. New builds were getting fixes from bugs found on the previous days and then deployed on the floor. Over 2,000 attendees at Gamescom at the booth got to experience the latest 3.0 build, and these were the first external testers that were basically non-CIG that it's had, and this helped fix and identify various bugs. So last week, so pre-Gamescom, they had 67 must-fix bugs and updates to get through, and that's actually gone up to 94 now. This is an upward swing, which might feel a bit like the release of 3.0 is going backwards. It is, however, part of this burn-down process. Bugs being identified and added, some fixes might reveal other bugs. The number of testers at Gamescom allowed for a lot more analysis in the short term, and of these must-fix bugs they choose, like, this is effectively a blocker, we don't want to release it to Evocati until this one is fixed. I do have an argument to this, which is, why don't they release it to the Evocati? Their sole job, the Evocati, is to help test things and fix things. Although they don't do like the code end fixes, they do identify things, they do test stuff, and they do try and help find out what the issue actually is. It feels that they're shooting themselves in the foot, CIG and Foundry 42, or at least not using all the tools available to them. Now there might be some reasons for this that I can't see, which is normally what the issue is. I don't understand the full concept or picture. We have no more estimated dates or 3.0 timelines though. It's literally the final must-fix bugs, currently those 94, that need to be fixed before it goes to the Evocati. And this number's going to change up and down, hopefully always down from now on. Then it will go to Evocati, then wider PTU, then a live build. This burn down week by week should get these bugs fixed quicker and quicker. They have broken a 3.0 branch off from their main dev branch and effectively lightly content locked it for exactly what's going to be into 3.0. And I say lightly content locked because if they identify anything that they should be adding to it during the bug fixing process or anything else that needs to be done to it, they will. CIG are about quality and getting that product. Even if you disagree with what they should be doing at Alpha, they do want it as shiny and polished as possible. So they still need to get some work done and some bugs fixed and some features polished and up to standard for 3.0. So what are these? Improved fog lighting. So they've been improving and implementing fog lighting, relighting all their environments and ships. It's a large amount of work that goes past 3.0's release, but they will get as much as they can done for 3.0's build, and then after that, they'll get it into the next builds. The second hero mission giver, Ruto, has had his initial subsumption setup done, and this is going to need further support from game code engineering and graphics engineering after that as well, so that's part of the process. Cockpit experience has had an extra focus on improving the overall player experience by refining cockpit geometry, character placement, G-force hit reactions, VFX, audio, UI, all of that there, and then code support for things like camera shaking and hooking into the ship's health systems so it can display damage properly. The mission system is currently under direct review, and feedback from this could reveal extra work or mark the system as complete for 3.0. On the UI and Mobigas side, character customization, vehicle customizer, the comm system UI, ship selector and insurance claim apps have required some extra polish for a better user experience. All of these particular tasks are estimated to be completed by 8th of September, but reviews or bugs could potentially change that, as we know. Other than those tasks, there are a multitude of bugs which will get hammered out day by day. Not just those major must-fix bugs, but also lots of minor ones too. And this is all part of the game's development and process. The open development gives us a look and a bit of an understanding of what they're doing, but it can still be quite disheartening or stressful for someone that wants to get the game into their hands, or at least the latest build into their hands. And they will continue to try and improve frame rates, stability, player count, and user experience up until an actual live release. Now, concept sales. The 600i series went on concept sale. It's a ship all about luxury and looking amazing, but nothing really much more than that. It's quite shallow for gameplay. In the future, we can look forward to some other concept sales, though, that we know a little tiny bit about, or at least their names for. The Origin X1 Open Canopy Racer, which I assume is Origin's offering for the bike range, similar to the Nox and Dragonfly. That'll go on concept sale, I'm sure, at some point. The Origin Rover, the Lynx Rover, the Pisces Scout Snub. There is a new Tumbrel vehicle apparently going to be on concept sale before the end of the year. The Sabre Raven was teased a while ago, which is probably just a variant of the Sabre. We've talked about the Spider Miner before. That might go on concept sale. We can expect tanks and tracked vehicles when it comes to ground concepts. And the concept ship deemed the Game Changer, which Ben mentioned, which I will talk about as soon as CIG say anything about it. And I'll say that is what I believe the Game Changer was. So we shouldn't see much in the way of concept combat ships really before the end of the year, but expect a concept sale every 4 to 6 weeks realistically, because that's what CIG like to do. 3.0 will be ready and go to Evocati when it's ready. But we are on the home stretch to seeing that. I do think that they are over-polishing this for the Evocati tests, though I would prefer a much Aurora build for Evocati, but that's just me. I think that's most gamers that want to get their hands on the new builds, but CIG want to do it their way, and their quality is paramount. I think the expectation is to have at least a wider PTU build for CitizenCon, but that's a hope that I'm pulling out of my ass. I do wish, however, that CIG could get patches out before Gamescom and CitizenCon yearly, as it does seem to be kind of heavily affect the speed of those patches or what's being shown at Gamescom and CitizenCon. So try and get patches out before then. Although with the Delta patcher coming out with 3.0, we should see much more rapid patching, and we shouldn't see issues where they're literally having to content lock and have these big patch drops and stuff. We should just see content going in as it's ready for the future with 3.0's backbone. And that is basically what it is. Any delays to Alpha 3.0 haven't affected the ability to CIG and Foundry 42 to work on other parts of the game. Squadron 42, 3.1 and beyond. So bear that in mind. Everything is getting worked on in unison, as it were. Hopefully, I won't have to do many more of these like deeper looks monthly at where 3.0 is, and it will be in our hands soon. But we will check on the progress week by week. But tell me what you think. I mean, are you like deeply annoyed that CIG can't get 3.0 out to you by December last year, or don't you really mind and you know it's going to be done when it's done? I very much feel that the journey is just as important as the destination here. I'm along for the ride. I'm really enjoying their development process for the game. Yes, there are delays, and that is disheartening and annoying, and I want things now. I really do want things now. So it does annoy me when things are delayed or I have to wait to play games and to get them into my hand. But having my feedback valued, being able to change and put things into the game, move stuff around, helping to fix bugs. If you're into that, if you really want to be part of that journey and that process, then Star Citizen is right for you at the moment. If you do not want to get involved with the bug hunting process, with balance, having your ideas put into the game, having your feedback valued, telling CIG off when they do things wrong, praising them if they do things right, then if you don't want to be part of that, then don't back Star Citizen at the moment. Wait until there is a fully fleshed out game. Because at the moment, there are games available that are fully fleshed out. Eve, Elite Dangerous, that sort of stuff, they're fully fleshed out games. They are there. They are tangible gameplay products. And Star Citizen at the moment is still in that alpha phase. And it's going to be realistically around 2 years before we see anything even coming close to a beta. So just bear that in mind. I love Star Citizen, I'm a massive fan, but I will try and keep them accountable where I can, and I will cover the news in the way that I see fit. So, every month we give away a ship for September. It's a Nox queue. All you need to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on one of my Star Citizen videos during that month. Do you have any questions for me about Alpha 3.0, about Star Citizen's development? A special thank you to my Patreons who allow me to create the amount of content I do. If you are interested in becoming one of them, you can find the links to everything we've talked about, the schedule report, Patreon, all that sort of jazz down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it genuinely does help me, and I will see you in the verse.